all sim rebuild. This will be of the Indianapolis Colts. For this episode, we're going to go through the entirety of the first season. I set the goal to 7 wins just because I'm not sure how simulation is this year. And we're going to upgrade players and start this up. Real quick, let me go over some changes I made to the team. First off, at quarterback, you see I re-signed Andrew Luck. He was in free agency and I kind of wanted him for the rebuild. I have Antonio Brown, who's actually going to drop to second because I want T.Y. Hilton to remain the number 1 since he is an X factor. And lastly, I signed Willie Henry to be the new left end because the other one was 30 and was making $8 million. He's only making like, hold on, let me check real quick. Let me real quick look at his contract so you guys know what's going on. See, I'm only paying him 2.8 mil. The other guy was getting 8 mil, and this guy was only 5 overall lower than the 30-year-old. So to me, it was a smart move. I'm gonna go ahead and turn injuries off. I haven't set the pro for sim difficulty just because it doesn't really seem to matter all that much. Injuries will be turned on just because I want it to be sort of realistic. Though I have heard in terms of gameplay sliders, you need to set, is this where injuries are? Yeah, from what I hear, if you set it to 35, you shouldn't have too many injuries. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, let's go ahead and sim through week 1. See if we can pick up a W here and start off this new franchise with a win, and we do not. We lose to the Chargers. I mean, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, but in the fact that this is a rebuild for the Colts makes it kind of suck. So we lost 35-20. Let's take a look to see what happened there. Andrew Luck had, Andrew Luck had a 99.6 passer rating, 243 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, and he wasn't sacked. That's weird. Mack had 62 yards. Hines had 20. Then we had a few other rushes. Receiving wise, 54 by Pastel, 53 by Brown, 37 by Hilton, 31 by Doyle. And yeah, not a lot really going on there. No sacks, no picks. So a pretty rough start to the season. I'm not going to look at every stats, otherwise this video would go way too long. But I did want to go ahead and see how that one went. If it's like a blowout, I do want to see what happened, but if it's like a small loss, then I really don't care. We beat the Titans 28-17 though. Which gives us the lead in the division early on. Okay. No breakout players yet, but it's time to start re-signing people. Eric Ebron is 26, so I'm just going to give him the baseline offer. Okay, Doyle's 29. I'd rather withdraw my offer from him for now. Maybe if I look at his stats and he deserves it, we'll go ahead and re-sign him. So first off, we only have 1 pick in the first round. And currently, I think we gotta look at right outside linebacker. These guys immediately go first on the board. You can never have too many corners. No really good corner there. We're not going to need a cornerback. How about we see what type of halfback we have here? Nope, never mind. Don't have enough scouting points. Okay, let's see what we do now heading into our third game of the year. It doesn't look like we have any injuries yet. But let's go ahead and see if we have an injury and they just haven't shown us yet. Nope. Alright. Let's send past week 1 then. Or week 3. We lose 42-14. No injuries though. Not going to bother seeing what happened in that game, to be honest. No, I'm going to go ahead and put auto scouting on just because I really don't feel like dealing with it. Going to auto that. Okay. Let's see if we can keep Eric Ebron on the team. Let me just add a couple ticks here. And I think Costanzo is also leaving. I want to get younger. And then at the end of the year, we'll go ahead and do a start trading off all the people I did not decide to keep. Middle linebacker is always important. Lots of good ones. Tight end in case we do get rid of people. Right guard. Right guard. Pretty good, pretty good. Well, let's skip to next week. Here we are entering week 4. Breakout player. Ooh, Marlon Mack, it's an X Factor challenge. I doubt we'll get it, but let's see if the computer decides to give it to us. Devin Funches is 25, so I'll give him a couple ticks on each one. Adam Vinatieri, unfortunately, I will be getting rid of. So right now, Costanzo and Jack Doyle are both going to get traded at the end of the season. Let's go ahead and auto upgrade our left tackle. And we are 2-2. We did beat Oakland. We should probably lose here. We did win 34-28. And of course, Marlon Mack did not get the breakout challenge, which I figured. No reason to talk about the bye week, honestly. But we will anyways. Let's go ahead and do rest and relaxation. Jack Doyle. This guy's been upgrading really quick, so we're going to give him a couple ticks in each one. Keep most of our receiver depth in order. Clayton Gathers will be let go, however, because we have Andrew Luck, Antonio Brown, and Willie Henry we're going to have to deal with here pretty soon. So let's go ahead and move on to the next week. Okay, frustrated receiver, frustrated running back. Something. Honestly, no, he's not really worth it. We are 3-2 following our bye week. Obviously, we had a bye week and we were at 3-2 already. We are at week 8, which means we have some big players we have to re-sign now, including Andrew Luck, who I'm just going to give a solid, pretty big bid to. He stays, and surprisingly, nobody else down the line needs to be re-signed yet. Upgrading. Oh, we lost the Texans last week. Great. We're starting to go a bit downhill, guys. This isn't really how I expected this to go, but what are we going to do about it? We lose again to Denver. Everyone's starting to fuck up. Not going to bother re-signing you either, because you're not really worth the time to re-sign. Upgrade players. We are currently at 3-4, as are the Steelers. No, they're at 5-2. By the way, let me know in the comments if you want me to go through all the way through the year plus free agency and the draft, or not. This episode I'll end after the regular season ends, and maybe after the free agency, and we'll do the draft in the next episode. But other than that, that's about all I can do. Week 10, I'm actually going to go ahead and sim to the I'm going to go ahead and just sim to the off season. So even though it'll be my last opportunity to sign most of my players, I'd rather have that than to sign them just because of their name. Then we'll go through the stats, awards, and all that fun stuff. As you guys can see, the simulation actually goes a lot faster in this game than any of the other ones. If you guys have played Madden, you'll know what I'm talking about. At this point, I have a video paused while I'm simulating this Mr. Hurricane doing his Buccaneers rebuild. Which hopefully when I finish watching this, it won't be too late for me to go get a shower after the video. I did quite a bit today. Ran around with my friend, got some business taken care of, and actually got a game, Naruto and Boruto game. You can create your own ninja. I might be streaming that at some point this week, so look out for that. But yeah, as you can see, we are simming through the Super Bowl now, which means the sim should be over right around now. There you go. So we're going to get rid of basically all these guys. The only people we are going to be keeping is Brown, alright, cool, you can play for another team next year. Or I can just outbid everybody and make you play back on this team again. So let's see, high-rated players-wise, we have Doyle and Constanzo. Let's go ahead and the trade center's off. I forgot the trade deadline off. Let me go ahead and shut that off because I actually want to try to see if I can fleece some people for some good draft picks. Since we're going to have some positions of need to fill, Jack Doyle, I believe, is the one I need to get rid of, and is it Anthony Costanzo. Ooh, the Bills. What's your draft pick like? 22. That doesn't really help. How about you? Ooh, okay, the 8th draft pick. Quarterback. You can give him Brissett, I think. It'd be just fine. There you go. So in case you guys are wondering, our draft picks are number 8 and number 29. So that means we did end up getting pretty deep into the playoffs. Let's go ahead and put Anthony Costanzo out and see if anyone has any interest in him. 26 for the Browns, kind of figured that. How about you, Bucks? Number 9, kind of want a little more separation than that. 12th overall pick, no. 16th for the Chargers, not quite worth it. Well, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, so they have the 32nd overall pick. What about the Dolphins? Number 3. Alright, let's see if we can make a deal with the Dolphins here. No. Left end, well, Willie Henry. I ended up keeping Willie Henry, so he's not really someone I can get rid of. How about Adams? No. Who do we got running back wise that we can get rid of? Jordan Wilkins? That's close. I should be able to get this pick for like my 4th maybe? Yep, there you go. Alright, so I do got some first round picks now. I know there's more people I didn't end up keeping. And I might go ahead and trade away some depth players. Let's see if anyone's... Oh, the Broncos have... Oh wait, I already took their pick. I don't think Jacksonville is going to give me their first for just some wide receivers. No, I didn't think so. Right, and Houston might be a good idea. He's worth $9 million. Bengals have the 7th overall pick. Left outside, no. Middle linebacker. I can get rid of Anthony. Or do I have to get rid of Bobby? Trade declined, are you serious? Well, since you're going to be that way, I'm not going to give you my highest overall. Let's see, corner-wise, let's go ahead and see how much, if this can go through. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to give up another pick. 4th overall, just to make it to where I don't have too many later picks. Obviously not, that would have been too easy. Fine, I'll give you a 3rd, but you're not getting my middle linebacker. Okay, I guess they are getting my middle linebacker. There you go. Got the pick situation figured out. Alright, let's go into free agency. Alright, let's see who's available. I'm just looking for a backup. Let's go ahead and sign. No, wait. He's way too expensive. Kyle Allen's fine, I guess. I do want Austin Eckler. Jay Ajayi might be worth signing. Not going to sign any more linebackers or running backs. Antonio Brown is getting a lot of attention, so he's going to be gone. Ricky Seals-Jones isn't getting any offers, so I can maybe lower this by a few on each and be fine still. Yep, 87. Oh, we don't have a left tackle. Just in case we don't get one in the draft. Russell Boone, I think is how you pronounce that. We'll get an offer to be our backup center. Backup right guard. I'll actually be drafting one probably. Alright, Fetty's going to be getting an offer here. Left end, we are fine. See, there's Javal Sheard. We could use a younger D tackle. We're actually right up there with everyone else. $102, that should be fine. Right end, Ziggy Ansah. Don't really need a right end. Left outside, Shane Ray, we're actually good there. Middle linebacker. We can draft one. Right outside. Ooh. Let's go ahead and try to get Dante Fowler here. Corner. We got some decent options here, but a lot of them are older. And let's go ahead and just get someone, a decent backup, I suppose. Kicker, ooh. Forgot I got rid of Vinatieri. Okay, well, real quick. Let's see if we can wrestle the old reliable Justin Tucker over to our team. Center, no. Right guard. Might be able to get someone better than him in the draft. So I'm just going to trade him straight up. Alright, let's send to the draft. Where we'll have a couple of high draft picks. One of which will be going to get the replacement right guard. I believe one of them is going to go to like middle linebacker or something like that.
The Jets are now on the clock.
We're actually going to see if we can snag the pick from the Jets, see what we can get them to let us have for it, or get what we can give them for it. Left tackle, Matt Khalil. I don't think that's going to be doing a damn thing. Nope, didn't think so. We don't really have much they need is the problem. Alright, can I package the couple of picks here for it? Alright, let's hope they don't pick a right guard.
The Lions are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock.
I got one at the 7th. The best right guard's right here. There is a later right guard, though. And the middle linebackers, let's see.
Sup.
Not much. What about you? Right guard. Yeah, let's go ahead and draft him, I guess.
The Giants are now on the clock.
Great pick. Okay.
The Raiders are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock.
Nothing much.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear, and yeah, I'm doing pretty well myself, actually. Wow, I really missed out on that, on all the good middle linebackers. Well, I'm going to pick this right outside.
The Colts are now on the clock.
Alright, not bad. Then I have another pick, which I'll then use on a D-tackle.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Another hidden depth player. Alright, let's go ahead and sim to the next user, which is at number
The Colts
29,
are now on the clock.
which means most of the really good players are off the board already. Strong safety, strong safety. It's a really good strong safety class, but that's not what I'm looking for. Wow. Another D tackle right there, that's pretty good. No, let's go strong safety here. He's a 7.3. He's actually the best.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
Class.
The Colts are now on the clock.
Alright, let's see who we can snag here.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Alright, good pick there.
The Colts are now on the clock.
D tackle, wide receiver, strong safety, right receiver, strong safety, left tackle, strong safety. Here's a middle linebacker, but I can do that in a few rounds if he's still there. Let's go ahead and draft this left tackle.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
Still well.
The Colts are now on the clock.
We're actually going to trade away this pick since we don't really need one for a few rounds. Let's go ahead and
How come
take
nobody's
the
at the podium?
third rounder
That's because
from the
both teams are right now working on a trade. The Colts are now on the clock.
Alright, let's see who's available now. Hoping that guy I saw would still be down here. I'm going to go ahead and
The
overdraft
Bengals
here.
are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock.
I have, I think, only one more pick after this one, right? Yeah. So this will be the second to last pick. I know they're insane values left, though. No. Well, it looks like we'll be trading away the last couple picks we have to try to just get future draft capital.
Well, wait, looks like both war rooms are feverishly back on the phones. I think that means a trade is coming.
And then I guess this will
The
be
Colts
the last
are now on the
trade we
clock.
do. And we'll look at the developments since I'm not directly playing the
I
game.
see both teams filling out cards. You know what that means? We've got a trade.
Okay, let's send to the end of the draft and see how we did before ending the stream. Okay, let's see how we did drafting. So, right guard. I bet you it's going to be star. Yep, star. Which, I mean, he's a lineman. Most linemen only have star. Right outside, also hidden. Probably going to be star, though. Yep, also star. I mean, it's nice to see star developments, but it would be nicer if we got someone a little more higher than star. Okay, Hunter Morrow, also a star. Did anyone get anyone that isn't just a star? Okay, strong safety. Let's see if we got a star here. Oh, Superstar X Factor. And which one was he? Strong safety? Yep, so we know where he's going to be starting at strong safety. Normal depth for the center. Normal depth for the right tackle. And the middle linebacker has hidden dev. Star. Okay, so we only really have to shift one position on the roster. Because since we have that Superstar X Factor, how about is our free safety? Willie Hooker. Well, Willis will be traded away, I guess. Let's go ahead and trade him to Dallas and just get their first rounder. Okay, fine. We'll trade them that guy to Dallas and our lowest corner. Okay, so that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Next episode, we'll be simming through Season 2, as well as doing the draft once more. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you have any suggestions for this series, leave them down below. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.